And we are live. 3, 2, 1. Brain cells. The last view. It's the last view.
Brain cells.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Last Few Brain Cells podcast, where unqualified people talk about quality topics. And we got another good episode for you today, folks. We got a full house today. As always, I'm your man Cheeks, and today I'm joined by fellow brain cells in Hazey, Suave Jay, Ardor, Shades, TBH, and then one guest brain cell in Hefe. Hello, Hefe. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Your juicy bar has fallen to the ground, sir. Go ahead and grab that for me.
A juicy tumble.
Yes, indeed. But as you notice by all this sound gear and everything we have situated around the room, we're kind of going to be talking about some music today. But before we get into that, I don't know if you guys have heard about this new game that's about to come out. I just want to talk about it for a moment. Y'all heard of Hogwarts Legacy?
Who hasn't?
I've seen the previews on it. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, it looks fun, man. It's an open world Harry Potter game. Like, it takes place 100 years before. It's completely canon.
I need multiplayer. That's what I'm asking.
I hate multiplayer games with a burning passion.
With all this
It's not
going on in the
multiplayer?
world,
No.
Single player game?
Yeah.
all I needed was an open world.
They kind of missed out on making it like an MMO or something.
It's like Fallout. Fallout's way
Yeah.
better single player. Why would you ruin it with multiplayer? Multiplayer is a cancer. I hate that every game has to be multiplayer now.
Depends
It's
on the
ruined
game.
so many good games by them forcing something to be multiplayer.
Like nobody would play a single player World of Warcraft. You know?
Because it's World of Warcraft, and the whole premise of World of Warcraft is to play with other people.
It
Nobody wants to
depends
play
on the
alone,
game.
but Harry
I
Potter.
love playing alone. What are you talking about? What, you think a bunch of people are going to go to classes together in a video game? No.
Yeah.
Campaign mode.
Why not?
Campaign.
I would.
It's part of the
Single player,
experience.
but I think single players are boring.
Thank you.
Well, I don't
It's bringing
see...
people together.
In a single-player game, I don't have to worry about anybody else. I play games with people all the time, and they fail me, and they frustrate me because they suck. I like to do things alone. I'd rather just not have to worry about or explain anything and can just go through a game and figure out things and enjoy it. I feel it's much more intimate when it's just me and the character. Like if somehow God of War was multiplayer, it would have ruined it because I have all these distractions around me. I can't get in tune with my character and try to understand what they're going through. And if you're not playing a video game and trying to feel what your character feels, you're not playing a video game right. Like Red Dead Redemption 2, I played that game how I thought Arthur would play the game. So as the game progresses and you get better and become more of a hero over time, I make better decisions. You get
like
intimate
you're
with your
acting.
character. Correct.
I feel the same way with like Birdo or something when I'm playing Mario.
When you're playing your Mario Party.
Birdo.
Fucking Koopa Troopa.
How you like these Birdo memes?
They're pretty impressive.
You saw the one with Luigi?
Yes.
And he's like, gives her the coin.
That's
She's
pretty
like,
funny.
he's like, how about the blow? And she's like, I don't know. Ba-ding, ba-ding. And she was like, all right. She gave him that slurp. Ooh, video games are just
They steal your
Something
heart,
else.
man.
I feel
They
like
steal your
Harry
heart.
Potter multiplayer though would be fun.
I think it would be great.
well. There have
It
been
would be.
multiplayer Harry Potter video games, and they've all been complete ass. Every single one, not a good one because you can't do Harry Potter and spells and slow down time. How would you slow down time in an online game? You can't because it would slow down for everybody. Like you have so many spells that can bend reality and everything. How do you do that? What if like, you know, you have other people running around that you can't, like an NPC, the game can control where they go. Another player, the game can't control where they go. So you have all these different factors playing in.
Well, I'm sure
I
they
think it would
be
ruin the
able to-
game.
They'd be able to put it like an AOE or something like that for
Because-
certain targets or
yeah.
something like that. I mean,
But I hate games like Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, where it's like basically just one big skin of a map and nothing changes. Like you can go blow up something, but it doesn't really blow up, you know? Like I hate games like that. Like this house. Like I love Red Dead Redemption Online, but it does the same thing. I have a moonshine shack. I'm not the only person that owns that moonshine shack, even though it's only one moonshine shack. It's not like a bunch of them. At least with GTA, it was the same thing, but they had apartment complexes. You go to the apartment complexes and you'd have a bunch of people living in there online. On Red Dead, it was just a shack, but you'd have like 5 different teams going in and out of that shack because they all have their own
you was able to
moonshine
see
shack.
them
Yeah,
and
walk
play.
in, but when
that's
you're
fine.
inside, it's just you in there, and it
Do
makes no
something-
sense. I hate
nothing
those
in their hand,
inconsistency.
you know, you only see your version of it. They're just, I don't get it. Like,
Yeah, you only see like all these people are going into it, but when you go into it, it's only yours, and those people aren't
Yeah,
in
of
there.
course.
That makes no sense to me, and I hate that so much. I like a game like if I do something in my game, it should also show up on your game if you're playing with me. That's what I like.
yeah, I do think.
I don't like, and if you did Harry Potter like that, you couldn't do that. You know, you would have to do it to where it would just be a skin of a map and nothing ever changes for anybody, and then you just kind of play around on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, the premise of the game is that you go through Hogwarts as a transfer student. You're a fifth-year student, so you transfer in. So you're not starting out fresh and don't know anything. You already have a little bit of
Kind of
experience.
seasoned already.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to be like 16, 17 or something like that in the game. But then you just go to Hogwarts and be a student. I'm gonna be evil. I'm gonna be like if I deal with Hermione, like if there's a Hermione like character that's just a know-it-all, she's getting
Just
murdered.
No, straight up.
I'm gonna hit her with the old Avada Kedavra.
Seems like a more detailed experience to go evil. You know,
I
you can
feel
do
like
more things. Go against the grain.
well, just I want to give Voldemort someone to look up to. He doesn't have many people to look up to. He's got Salazar, Slytherin, but look at all the good guys have millions of people to look up to. You know what I mean?
Are you
That
allowed
is
to
true.
interact with the other NPCs like that?
I don't know. I haven't played the game yet.
That'd be pretty cool.
They didn't really talk about that. I know you have friends at your school that you can potentially have or not have. You don't have to be friends with somebody.
So like you can go either way depending on what you do in the game.
Well, I don't think there's like multiple exits. Like there's not multiple outros to the game. I don't think it affects the overall story to be evil. But I like murdering people. Whenever they piss me off, you know, in video games.
Right?
Yeah, in video games. In video games.
To take that out of context.
I have never murdered someone in real life. Knock on wood on that one. Don't know why I'd knock on wood, but I'm gonna
That's
knock
fake
on wood.
wood.
It's fake wood. That's going in. But so yeah, the game comes out later this week, so maybe we'll do a little analysis of the game after it's been out for a couple weeks. You know, I don't know. Well, we might have to see. But moving into music, so Hefe, you and I were having a conversation earlier last week about what was it like, hypnosis musical theory or something like that.
Just what the music industry does and how music works.
Yeah.
They got something called like the 432 hertz theory.
Uh-huh.
It's all music worldwide is based off of the note A, which is now at 430 hertz.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the day, it used to be 432 hertz, which vibrates a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
And they say that the music today, especially the 808s, people love the 808 subs.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have it vibrating at that lower frequency. So when you're listening to it, it subconsciously puts you in like a melancholy state. It's almost like the music you listen to today. Music's supposed to have healing properties, but at the 430 hertz, everything being based off of the lower vibrations, it supposedly hurts you or it puts you in a melancholy, depressed type state.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
Yeah, when we used to go to raves when I was younger, you know, a lot of people would be taking, you know, psychedelics and stuff like that throughout the parties and stuff. But, you know, I've been to multiple, and I would just get high off the music. Like, literally, you can, it's some, you know, just being totally surrounded by them high volume music. It's sort of like your skin absorbs it some kind of way. I mean, maybe I was, you know, just excited to be there. I don't know, but I definitely can relate to the sub noise. Yeah, you know.
Felt it in my body before.
Yeah, you know, sub noise.
That's the whole term of feel the vibe.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You really
vibes is actually like a
Vibration.
short for vibration. Yeah.
Sorry about this chair.
You're all good, man. You're all good. Yes, indeed. Well, I'd also I'd like to say what benefits do the music industry have with trying to make people feel depressed? So they buy more, they pay for more music to make them happy, or what would be, do you think, what would be the premise behind trying to put people in a melancholy state and everything and try to bring them down as opposed to it used to be uplifting and now it seems like it's pushing down, you know? What do you think would be the
I don't really know
benefit?
if there's benefits to like the mass public for it,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's to kill people's like free thinking and stuff.
Really?
Like,
Individuals.
Destroy creativity.
or people's spiritual beliefs, whatever they believe, it kind of silences that.
Yeah.
With music being healing before, now it doesn't have its healing properties. They actually, I don't know if you've seen it, but they have, like, they'll grow plants and they'll play music, like classical music next to the plants, and it actually enhances the growth of the plant.
Does it really?
Yeah, there's different videos of that you can check out.
Like, and they used a control too, like
Yeah,
compared
they
it to
had,
one that didn't.
Control, and then they have like rap music, rock music, classical music, all next to different
they
plants.
did a full
And
experiment with it.
affects the way that the plant grows.
Really?
It's like they say, talking to the plant, back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually helps.
Yeah.
Frequencies.
Well, they say the reason you talk to plant helps is because you're just straight up giving it carbon monoxide, and that's what it feeds. That's what it feeds off of.
Side benefits.
It needs
Scream
that.
at the plant.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean, you can look at the plant and
Every
be like,
plant
"You're
like a
fucking
dragon
ugly
breath.
plant. Nobody's gonna love you, plant." He doesn't care. He's just like, "Oh, carbon monoxide. I need that for photosynthesis. Yay!"
And that's
he
kind of
takes
like
it.
have
dogs.
that breathy conversation.
Yeah, just go up to your plant and go, and he'll be like, "Ah,"
It's kinda like dogs. They just hear sounds.
because they feed
Yeah.
off of that carbon
Dogs
monoxide.
go by like tone.
They feed
So
off
it's
of
like,
it and produce.
oh, you're a
oxygen.
piece of shit. They're gonna be wagging their tail and laughing and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you yell at them like, I love you, he's gonna be like, oh.
Yeah,
Never tried that.
but
Yeah.
with
It works.
with
It
plants,
works so good.
with
Reverse
plants, they just
psychology.
need the carbon monoxide. That's all they need, So I mean, it doesn't matter how they're getting it, but that's what they feed off of. So of course, a plant's gonna grow better when it receives that. That's my little thoughts to that one. But the music is interesting because if you put a speaker next to it, a speaker doesn't produce carbon monoxide, so that's literally vibrations that's affecting it. The vibes.
Frequencies of everything having a frequency.
Yeah, like
It makes sense.
it does. But so what I would want to see, I'd want to see these pictures. I'd want to see like what these plants look like when different vibrations were put through them and
Before and after.
how did it
yeah.
affect them? Do you know what I mean?
What kind of music did what? Did one plant headbang or
Yeah.
From what I saw, I
Boogie
believe it was
Boogie or
classical
something,
music that had the most
Has the most
You know, one,
growth.
growth.
one plant grew out a mullet.
I mean, but
It's
I
leaves
do
flew
believe in
down,
those
grew down.
frequencies, and not only that, like you mentioned something about depressed. I don't know if that would be a good word, just for the melancholy feel, but different frequencies could make you feel happy. Different
Yeah.
frequencies can make you feel sad.
Well,
Yeah.
That's
some
what
music
you-
is to make you feel sad.
Exactly, yeah.
And this point of being
Yep.
to bring out that emotion in you.
emotion.
Some
Yeah,
music
you-
is uplifting and makes you feel.
It comes from the heart, man.
Yeah, and then some is some stuff that makes you mad. and
Hefe, are you able to give us examples of like some of the frequencies and stuff like that you were talking about with earlier with what you're saying with the hertz and everything? Like, are you able to show us some examples of like some music that would put us in a melancholy state if we listened to it for an extended period of time, or to help us change our mood and stuff? Like, can we test some of those theories?
Yes, as soon as I can find the tuner on this.
Oh yeah, for
while
sure.
he
Right. While
finds
he's
that,
looking,
I have
go
been
ahead.
on the note of frequencies and noises. I have been having trouble sleeping, and
Uh-huh.
I found that on YouTube there is a certain like sleep. I looked up sleep music, and there's these certain hertz and vibrations they
What's
put
it
on.
like, 600 something?
It's something like
Well,
that.
then they
and
play them like pads.
and they tell you like, warning, do not drive or operate heavy equipment while listening to this. And I'm like, that's a bunch of BS. So of course I put it
Sell
on,
it
and
as an
within
audiobook.
30 to 60 seconds I'm in zombie land.
Yeah, I
So
use
it
those
really
too.
does work.
It works.
Yeah, sleep
I've done that
sounds is what it was called for me.
I used to listen to rain and storms and
Yeah.
sleep through storms, but those frequencies definitely hit on a different level. So it's more to it than meets the eye. I guess we need to.
Yeah, well,
I need to educate myself better on it.
Yeah, I feel like I just get better sleep whenever you're moving that. Just pick it up. Yeah. But I feel like I get better sleep whenever I play with that background noise to kind of like keep my mind disconnected and not listening, because I wake up real easy. Like Like I've heard somebody snore like 3 rooms away from me, and I'm up.
So your own farts wake you up more or less.
I don't fart though. So
That
you're
expl-
forgetting who you're
Man's a
talking to.
machine.
That explains it.
He's all cheeks.
All
That's
cheeks,
right.
It's just burp.
no clap.
I don't even do that.
You just hold
But-
it all in.
Yeah, but the having the music helps me to disconnect my mind while I'm sleeping and actually stay asleep. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, indeed. Another thing that like, how many times have you been like in a bad mood, whatever? You know, maybe you're a teenager and your girl broke up with you, blah blah blah. You were in a bad mood and you threw on some tunes to brighten your day. I mean, we do that all the time. You know, that's like my go-to thing. If I'm having a rough day, I throw on some tunes.
I think I've
You
ever
know?
tried that.
Had a rough day and you didn't throw on some tunes to help.
Not the girl breaking up with me and putting on tunes and brightening my day. That never happened to me.
Well, I mean,
See
you,
it. I could see it.
you never just
watching
like
a show.
played your like your favorite song, like after like you don't have a song that you really care for, and then like you had a rough day, and then you want that. You
I
wanna
relate
listen.
to that as opposed to like music to hype me up, like before like a football game or
Or
a
workout or
boxing
something.
match or working out. I'll play some heavy duty.
What kind
stuff.
of music do you listen to while you work out?
When I work out,
Uh-huh.
it's kind of one of those. I sometimes listen to audiobooks.
Yeah, I'm getting to where I listen to podcasts more than
That's
anything.
psychotic energy.
Yeah,
You're throwing weight around listening to a book.
yeah, because
Oh,
my
yeah,
mind.
You've never done that? I've done that.
I listen to I listen to books like while I'm driving or other like
Yeah,
working.
if not, it's probably some death metal stuff or some like
That's understandable.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
but
I used
most
But
of
if I walked up on a dude into a gym, like
70% of the time I'm listening to like
just going ham, working out,
something calming, like
and that
'cause I'm
man's
already
listening to an audiobook.
I'm already in a
Books-
Lord of the Rings audio.
books
Yeah,
are
like I'm not
entertaining.
I'm not messing with him. He's in his own.
It's
you know
like-
when I go
it's
into
like
that,
TV in
like
your
you
brain,
asked,
though.
like you go into that situation and you're already like ready. You know what I mean? Why I listen to something that's gonna make me even less focused. So I'm on a different level. Like
That's
trying
like
to
a
stay-
level of multitasking.
yeah, I'm trying to stay calm and
That's like-
connect.
When I can,
You
when
know.
I
That's like listening to like a song while you're trying to record another song. You know what I'm talking about?
It really is. It's
when
multitasking.
when I was consistently working out every day, you know what music I lean towards the most? It's classical music. Because it's the only music I'm not sitting there trying to play along in my head, and I can just, focus on what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't
Like-
find myself like getting pumps in with the rhythm of the music though. I
I
use
do.
it
I
as-
can't help it,
as
man.
fuel,
It's like
you know?
flowing through me. I'm like,
Oh, sort of like a techno beat.
yeah.
Something
You
like
never
that.
done that?
You find yourself burned.
I read that a techno
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
kind of throws you off.
Well,
If
I
you're
focus
going-
on my form, and
going
like
off of that?
going down
Oh,
and
yeah.
flexing
Something
when I'm
with
down
that-
and everything
that
else. So,
dubstep
like,
beat,
if it
the
takes me a little
doo,
slower,
doo,
I'm not forcing it to try to make the beat.
Like you can't. You're like,
I'm not trying to, I'm not doing it just to match the beat.
yeah, you're not really getting it.
We've all done that though. We've all done that.
Oh, of course. Who hasn't? You know what I mean?
Some Uzi Vert. That's what I'll be listening to.
Little Uzi Vert.
Sure do.
Yes, indeed.
Some Hate Breed stuff like that.
I like Hatebreed. I also just listen to podcasts when I'm working and stuff.
Makes the time go by.
Yeah,
I like to listen to the sound of my own soothing voice.
I like to listen to the last few Brain Cells podcasts. Try starting your morning off with that. You know what I mean?
Whoa,
That's
yeah.
it really brightens up your day. We're talking about putting you in better moods. Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, Brain
go.
Cells. It's the last few. It's the last few brain cells. I mean, it's just perfection. You know what I mean? You know what?
Yeah. Simple.
I came. Yes, indeed.
Oh, Hefe, did you find what you were looking for over there?
I love it.
Yeah, you got that frequency hefe.
Well, you just frequently keep on working on that.
He's journeying deep.
Editing, we like
There's lots
To
of
the sound
lots
wave.
of routes to take.
It's just the podcast is 3 hours of Jeff trying to get this frequency. Like the last 3 minutes of it, then Jeff's going in.
The next 5 podcasts, Jeff's in the back, like searching for him.
Multiple podcasts. It's like because we only do them on Sundays, so it's like weeks
We
apart.
can have him outside the window or something. Just
Yeah, he's just out there just still trying to get it all together. Like, I had it in here the other day. The other day. Oh my lord. So
Christopher Walken.
so yeah, that's what I was kind of. I knew it was bad, but that's what it was. I want to go around the room.
in here the other day.
I want to go around the room one at a time. Give me your 2 favorite bands, and I'm gonna start with Hazey over there. Just top 2.
I like a lot of Suicide Boys.
Okay.
Probably Kevin Gates too. That's probably the main 2 I listen to.
What a combo. Suicide Boys
What a
and Kevin
bougie
Gates.
man over here.
That's what I get down with, man. What do you want?
What's wrong with that?
I know your number 1 is gonna be A Day to Remember.
What a great band, man.
It is a
I
good
love
band.
that.
What's number 2 for you?
I like System of a Down.
System of a Down.
Over down is
They,
solid.
they had my heart
wow.
before I knew about A Day to Remember.
Yeah.
They're so eccentric. you know?
Artisanal.
I really like old Lil Wayne,
Uh huh.
and then I like Linkin Park.
I'm a
Old Little
fire
Wayne
man.
and Linkin Park.
Good,
TBH.
good choice.
I don't listen to music.
I listen to the sound of my soothing voice.
I only listen to the last few Brain Cells
The
podcasts.
only thing I listen to is the last few Brain Cells podcast
That's first and second.
and the repeating
That's
sound of Cheek's soothing voice.
That's
You
right.
know, I just
No, but I've been listening to a lot of Atoms for Peace. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Tom
Yeah.
York, Radiohead, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess when I'm feeling a little trap, I go with 2 Chainz. You know what I mean?
Two
Okay.
I am
Chainz.
smoking on that gas.
What a classic.
I don't know about classic. He's about as
He
old
feels
enough.
like a classic
Yeah.
to me.
As far
Hefe.
as
Uh,
2 favorite
Uh-huh.
bands,
Yeah.
man, I don't even know. I just
Just say 2 bands in that you like.
2 bands. Okay.
Top first 2 you think of.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Ooh, I don't
Yes.
ever wanna
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, and
I think
guess
they're loved
Incubus.
by-
Like I did that day.
Incubus.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Very good.
Incubus,
But I
yeah.
don't. I mean, yeah, there's too many to name. I just
Yes,
like
indeed.
music.
Old sexy shades.
I'm
Take the
probably
mic.
gonna go with Megadeth.
Ooh, what a classic.
It's a tie between Blink 182 or Tom Petty for number 2.
All right, so
go.
I guess I'll
Tom
give you your
Petty.
top 3 then.
Yeah,
Just break all the rules on
Megadeth, but I'm gonna go. I'll go Tom Petty. with
Yeah,
second.
Tom Petty.
I really like Blink 182
Heck
as a
yeah.
close second. So.
I'm gonna have to my 2 favorite. I'm gonna have to stay true to myself. I really want to say some cool answers to make me seem like a cooler person,
Yeah.
but I'm not. Shinedown's number 1, and number 2 is easily Tenacious D.
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, I got
They
tickets
put
to see
on
them
an
in
act,
May.
man.
Thinking about Tenacious.
Tenacious D's goaded, man.
They are.
It's. I mean, it's Jack Black and Kyle Gass. You know, like
Like you're seeing
not
Jack
going
Black
wrong.
and you're seeing Tenacious D. You know, I feel like
no, don't you disrespect Kyle Gass like that.
He-
You put some respect
he is
on
Tenacious
on
D,
Rage
okay?
Cage.
he makes up to.
What are you talking? He's just a singer. What are you talking about?
They both make up everything.
They do. Well, it's a 50-50
great.
partnership. Just Jack
Look,
got famous
I
with
knew
acting.
I
at the
knew
same
about Jack Black before Tenacious D. So to me, it's like I'm seeing him and then I'm seeing him in a band. So it's like a double feature.
Well,
for
it's
me.
not. Tenacious D came out before Jack Black was an actor. He did Tenacious
I
D
know.
first, and then he went and became an actor. So it's your fault that you didn't
Hey,
witness
man.
him first.
It's how he was brought to me
This
in
man
this,
had
in
an
this world.
HBO Max or an HBO show. It was called Tenacious D. Like they had that first. It came out in the 90s,
Oh, okay.
late 90s, I believe. And then then he went and I think he did like School of Rock or whatever and had his breakout. Yeah, let's get
That's,
him gone. Let's get him off the couch.
He used to make his exit.
The greatest song in the world, Tribute. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one of the greatest songs in the world, especially when they do.
Well,
the little
that's just a tribute. That isn't the actual song. That's just a tribute to that
tribute
song.
to the-
That's right. That's right.
Especially the little vocal cut though.
The
Wiggle
ba-
giggle or
yeah.
whatever he does.
Yeah, that's I listened way too much Tenacious D. I have tickets to see Tenacious D again in May.
They're a good band.
They're only doing 3 United States dates, and then the rest of the tours in Europe. So New Orleans just
Yeah,
happens
we're
to
one
be
of 'em.
one of them, and it sold out like 10 minutes after I bought the tickets for it.
I bet
So.
you people are traveling to see it.
Yeah,
Especially with only 3
Yeah.
in the country.
but they're spread out pretty good. Like one's really north, we're the really south one, and then there's one somewhere else. I think it's in like Colorado or something. I can't quite remember. But I think there's one up in like Wisconsin maybe, like some weird place in like Okay. New Orleans, Wisconsin,
Montana.
Montana, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Who goes to Rhode Island?
Jersey.
The only thing I think about when I think of Rhode Island is Family Guy.
Yeah.
That's like, what else? What other
Is
media?
Quahog really a city though?
I don't know. I just know it's Quahog, Rhode Island.
I think it is actually.
It might be.
Dude, they're probably really famous now.
It's
Probably
like
not.
They
Scranton.
probably made their
It's
whole
like
town.
it's
into
like
Family
Scranton,
Guy.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
You know, then the
yeah.
office is like Scranton, and you know that's where Joe Biden's from too.
Ah,
Is Scranton?
tough.
Yeah.
I feel for him.
He forgot.
He
He
probably
doesn't know
forgot.
that.
He doesn't know. My butt's been wiped.
Yes,
Please,
indeed.
please, you got to make that a sound for the.
Him saying my butt's been wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta
I'll think
find that
about it.
for you.
I almost put the Donald Trump, the Bigly, in there. He
Big
sounds so
Lee.
dumb. I love
Just
it
put
so much.
Big League.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Just Bigly. Yes, indeed.
Daddy, chill.
Yes, indeed.
Hefe.
He's getting there. He's getting
He's
there.
found something. I don't know what it is, but
He's digging.
he's searching.
Yes, indeed. Oh my.
What you got
Lord.
over there, Hefe?
So, you got a little something for us? Something to taste on?
I got a little thing.
Let him cook.
Let's hear it. Ooh,
Got a little beat right there, but I still can't
That's
figure
a-
out.
that's a good little vibe.
Let's see that kind of.
That'll
music.
get you going.
This sounds like the kind of
Slows you
music I'd
down.
want to smoke a J to and ride an elevator and jam out in the elevator.
Yes.
It's
I
like
thought you were gonna say
it's
an
like
elephant.
it's elevated elevator music, you know. I like that.
If I had this in the elevator, I'd
That's
be
like-
jamming, man.
That's like a little coffee shop vibe, you know.
I'd ride that elevator all the way
yeah,
to
Like-
the
bro,
top.
all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom, just jamming.
I'm getting like fixing something off of a car on YouTube.
Yeah,
you
this
know?
is what's playing.
Yeah, this is the background.
Step 3.
Yeah, step. You know.
Apply new filter.
Dude, like like panning some dude's garage. You know, and it's got all the tools and everything.
Step 8. Wipe and secure the nuts. This is just playing in the background.
Don't forget the bolt.
Or it's the orientation like video for like a new job, and it's like, hey, so you just started out at this company.
I'm Tool Belt Tom.
Tool Belt Tom, and today I'm gonna teach you how to do your job. I like it.
I like it too. Yeah, you could do anything with this.
You know what other music is a banger? I don't know if y'all have heard this particularly this new piece of music. You know,
I liked it.
that's it.
Yeah,
Just the Burger King.
It's the Burger
commercial.
King theme song.
it's pretty good. We need it again.
I definitely listen to a 10-hour loop of that.
Of just
Yeah.
that's it. Just Whopper, 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 Whopper.
That
It
was-
really convinced me of wanting one really bad.
With cheese though.
I'm thinking
you
about
got to
it.
get it with the cheese, and then you put them together.
Put them together.
You throw away one of the breads. You know it's too much bread for you. You put all your Whopper patties on it. Get
One
3
Whopper,
triple
3
Whoppers and then
breads.
add.
So Whopper, no meat,
That's
No,
a
that's a
Big
Big
Mac.
Mac. Big Macs
Yeah.
have the triple.
You better
have
get
the
your
triple.
burgers right, man.
triple Whopper.
We're serious about our burgers here.
This is
A lot of
America.
Big Mac
Still 2 for
consumptions this
I don't know. Hey, best burger you ever had in your life? Anybody got one?
Like fast food or just
You ate a burger and you're like, holy fuck, that's a good ass burger.
I would have to say Lee's burger is pretty good. It's pretty bussin'.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Lee's is
ooh,
probably
look
the
at you're
best.
hip.
Yeah,
You're
bro.
hip, man.
Pretty bussin'.
It's bussin'.
Yeah, but it's like
Oh,
$15
God.
for a burger and fries.
And I would
over
say
there.
Five Guys is pretty bussin'.
Five
Look,
Guys.
guys.
is
I'm gonna
bussin'.
give the cliche answer, but I'd have to say the best burger I ever had came from In-N-Out.
That was good too.
In-N-Out.
I
Oh,
like that.
it might have been
Where
because I
was
was
that? Where's that at?
Colorado.
Oh, what?
That's where I got it
Within
from.
Driving distance.
The nearest one I think is
Texas?
in. I don't even think there's one in Texas.
Yeah,
Is there
there
one
is.
like North Carolina?
No, I thought there was one. The closest
probably
one was
one
in Arizona. I thought.
Oh, really?
Oh, maybe. I thought there was one in Dallas.
Now that was
There's
a
one, like-
close.
there's not one in
coming
Tennessee?
Second would
You
have
don't have
been
them out there?
Buford.
pretty
They're
sure
they're a
there's
Western thing. They started in
Things are
California.
good.
They're like
What about like
They're like-
Atlanta?
like Raising Cane's is to us, In-N-Out is to California.
I got you.
Bro,
Yeah, because
gotta
we went
get
to
a
In-N-Out
burger
when we were in
after
Dallas.
Y'all
They
did?
got one in
Yeah,
Texas. I
there's
thought
one
they
in
had
Dallas.
one. Yeah.
Okay, so like 7
I
hours
don't
away
even
is the
know the
closest
Yeah, we got a
one.
little
7
7, 8 hour drive
Look,
for a hammer.
Reasonable.
Yeah, we'll take a
not
road
bad.
trip out there. You know, it'll be like
Just for
Harold and
that.
Kumar go to White Castle, but it's the last few brain cells go to fucking In-N-Out.
It's not worth the drive.
Hey, it's good, man.
It's not that
They
good.
got them
They
shakes.
got a
I
shake.
didn't enjoy it that much.
Then you had a shitty one. Y'all must have went to a shit. The one in Colorado melted in my mouth.
Oh yeah.
It's not that
And it was right, and the hotel was right next to the Del Taco. That Del Taco,
Del Taco was
makes
good.
Taco Bell look like ass.
Taco Bell is ass.
You're probably a guy who likes Jack in the Box breakfast tacos, don't you?
I have
wouldn't- I
never
would
in
have
my
to say
life eaten at a restaurant
Taco
called Jack
Bell's
in the
busting
Box,
there.
and I never will eat at a restaurant called Jack in the Box.
It's awful.
Jack in the box.
Jack off the box.
Jack in.
I like Jack in the Box, man. Them tacos
I don't-
are pretty
I haven't
bad.
had the
Does
pleasure.
anyone else
Deep
think
fried.
Arby's is overrated, but everyone
Oh,
seems to love
definitely.
Arby's? I hate Arby's. Like
Arby's is ass.
sliced meat, I can go home and make a sandwich with sliced meat. Thank you.
Not only that, it's like when you get it, most of the time it's like wrapped it up like that, and there you have it. You know, you got a ball of
You notice the quiet ones are the ones that have
Mystery meat.
yeah, you know. So
Now, who eats Chick-fil-A up in here?
I love
Oh, yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
man.
Chick-fil-A is on my top 5 list.
That's the
awful.
Lord's chicken
Yeah.
right there.
That is the Lord.
That's,
Chick-fil-A
I don't
is-
even believe
That's
in the
cause
Lord,
for
and that's
all
the
damn
Lord's chicken.
Traffic jams up and down.
Chick-fil-A
Gauze
should
every-
not be on
But
top
hey,
five.
hey, look, they got like 80 people in their drive-through. It's still only gonna be
They
3
be
minutes.
moving.
You bougie chicken
They
eaters.
figured out the drive-through game.
They got it. They embarrass everybody.
what if the fast food joints
They
were
reinvented
like,
it. Dare I say?
Yeah, they do have a pretty
literally go
good
there,
fast
they'd be
food
like,
yeah.
drive-through
like,
kind of
That's service.
operation.
where your Big Mac
The
was
my
perfectly
pleasure.
cooked and
You can
presented
feel it,
to
you know?
Well, yeah, like Panera's like that.
Back in the day.
Because it brings me
I
pleasure
did go
to.
get like 40 nuggets and all the dipping stuff.
That's like
Yes.
Panera is
Oh, yeah.
Panera is a
You can buy
fast
the tubes.
Panera is a fast food, but it's an elevated food, is what you're thinking. That's kind of what, like their example. They use fresh ingredients. Like it's you go through the drive-through and it's quick, but it's not a bunch of processed shit to eat and everything.
I'm talking
Better
about, like,
ingredients,
you go to
better pizza?
McDonald's for a Big Mac, and it literally is like a gourmet.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, real pat.
Well, you know they have McDonald's
Where is
restaurants,
this at?
right? Like legit,
Like,
like
sit-down
That's
restaurant.
what, that's what I'm talking about.
Where's this gourmet-looking
yeah.
Big Mac
There's
at?
they have like
So,
there's no
they say
drive-through on
there's
them.
somewhere,
Where
that's
at?
what he just said.
I have to remember. I think it's either it's somewhere like New York or California.
It's like fancy,
Yes,
fancier.
yes, it's like a McDonald's, no drive-through, sit down, like dress code restaurant,
What?
but it's McDonald's.
Get you a
like
biggest
fine.
Macus.
It also,
Fine dining Mexican.
it also,
like a
I told him
truffle
might have,
with a Big
it
Mac
might be in
mix
Japan
kind of thing,
too.
like real,
Also,
I heard
fresh
European
bread
McDonald's
made
have like
in-
healthy
in-house,
stuff.
you know, and-
I just know the more that we talk about this, the harder it's getting.
it also doesn't
It's
help that
all
I have
one
not
big
eaten
McDonald's
today.
commercial.
Starting to look at you like a Big Mac. It's starting to look like a shake, and that's a fry over there.
And Pepper's the
Got
baked
aqua
potato.
teen-
Look at it.
aqua teen hunger force over here.
Look at that baked potato down there. That's a big old baked potato. It's like a sausage link.
I'd say my best burger I ever had
Crunchy
was homemade for
sausage.
sure.
That doesn't count.
It's
We're
not
not,
bad.
we're not talking
This
about that.
place that
But-
used to be.
He said best
Old
burger. He
Town,
never said it had to be a
like,
fast
The best
food.
burger is the
years
one my
ago.
mom used
One
to
of
make.
the,
Ever been there?
there you go. One of the
Yeah,
fanciest.
hey, my mom used to make a badass burger, but that don't count.
Like the corn.
Always a little burnt. She,
Yeah.
It was so long. It's been 15, 20 years since I've seen that place.
Check this out. One of the fanciest McDonald's locations you'll ever find. This outlet in Freeport, in Maine, housed in a 150-year-old colonial mansion, a McDonald's restaurant since 1984. Customers will find wooden furniture, beautiful fireplaces, and mahogany booths inside.
But is it all handmade stuff? Though?
Yeah, it's a legit McDonald's. That one is.
What's on their menu?
is like one of the largest like real estate owners in the country.
Like it's not like traditional like you can't go there and order a Big Mac. Like you get food, but it's not like
I wonder what
greasy
they-
fast food.
Yeah, I wonder what they serve.
Do they have like fancy names for their burgers? Like a Big Mac?
The biggest Macus.
Truffle mac with
Truffle Mac.
Truffle mac with cheese.
Truffle Nuggies. Gouda.
I've always wanted to take one of those big touch screens they got and just like rip it out the ground and carry it home with me. Just put it in my room.
Just have one.
Yeah, just be able
You
to.
gotta, when they renovate, you got to go watch where they throw them away at and steal you one.
Yeah, I know.
That's what you got to do.
Could you imagine that though? Just having that big thing on your wall, just mounted on your wall. I got a big ass touchscreen on the wall.
Yeah,
I
would
wanted
love
the
that.
game thing, the
Yeah.
N64 with the little controllers that come out like
Yeah,
that.
the only problem
I
is
would've kept
making
that.
those a little longer, you know,
Yeah.
so you don't have to like be
Stand
right
all
up
up on
against
it,
it.
just-
Can you imagine the germs that accumulated on those
You know what was
controllers
the worst
every
thing?
day?
Yeah, you know what? They wouldn't have survived COVID.
No.
You know what the worst thing about that game? It only let you play on it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it
and
had
then
like
shut
a
off.
timer or some shit.
Like it was like let somebody
yeah.
else play. I'm like, bitch, I didn't even finish one level. What
You'll be
doing?
like the only one in there.
I'm the only one here.
I wish there was a button to be like, there are no more kids waiting. Let me play.
Yeah.
You know what I miss? I miss the days of Walmart having the when Guitar Hero first came out, the little
Yes.
little Guitar Hero
They
section to
used
play
have-
Guitar Hero.
Yeah, they used to
Oh, that
have
was
all
great.
sorts. They had the video games, but
We
that
used
one
to go there
that one
just
sucks
to
'cause your
play
neck
that.
would hurt.
Like it was like a hangout spot.
Oh, dude, when my mom was like, "Hey, we're going to Walmart to shop," I'm like, "All right, cool. I'm
You
going
know
to
where
play
to
Guitar
find
Hero."
me,
I would
yeah.
get so excited, like, hell
Always.
yeah, Guitar
I used to
Hero.
always be like, we'd walk into Walmart, my dad would grab a buggy, and I'd be like, I'm going to electronics every time.
Yep.
And I just go over there.
Going to play Guitar Hero, man.
Yep, I go over there, play the little. You said the TV's way up high, and you had to like break your neck looking up, but you'd play on that. You play Call of Duty or whatever, and then
They
you,
gotta bring that
you waited
back.
for the Guitar Hero to open up. Then you jumped on over there.
Oh, dude, that was the days.
That was the days. Jacob and I went and played an actual Guitar Hero at a Dave and Buster's, and it
Yes.
was busted. Like it didn't work.
Yeah,
It was
right.
like Guitar Hero 2 or 3. It was.
Ain't
They
work
need to
right.
update it.
Yeah, they have.
They need to release like a next gen Guitar
Yeah,
Hero. Just like do
definitely.
one. Just do
Yeah.
one model, just so people can live their nostalgia. Make it $300 if you want to. Like,
I think that franchise. Should
I'm
have
pretty
never
good at
died.
Guitar Hero.
I think that franchise should have never died.
No.
It was good. You know?
But the instruments.
Swayed over to Rock Band.
Yeah, it was fun. Just like bringing people over. And,
The instruments
Got
got
a
too
guy on the
expensive for
drums,
people
the
to
bass.
afford.
yeah, man.
I remember those days when you'd have the whole rock band set up. You have your family.
Yeah,
just
we had
Yes.
it too.
family in the living room and everybody just going to town.
Absolutely
those are the
decimating
days.
your classics.
I would do
just-
I would do the microphone and the guitar.
Oh, I used to do it all the
But
time.
see, the microphone was good because you just all you had
Yeah.
to do was hum it. You didn't even have to sing it.
I mean, but
Yeah,
it's
it
more,
went by tone. Yeah,
but it's more fun to sing.
Yeah, I remember that. It'd be going across the top.
you can replace the words too. Just say what you want as long
Yeah,
as it sounds.
as long as you're on key, you're fine. You can be like
have-
cock.
Yeah, we used to have like rap battles
Cock. Oh yeah,
against each other.
and try to keep it on the frequency.
Oh man, you remember?
Play that game to the maximum experience.
Yeah, dude, it was.
I'd
good,
play that
man.
game right now if we could.
Remember epic
I
rap
tried
battles
to get
of
it
history?
working.
They're still going on.
I know, but remember the old ones when it first came out?
Vader and Hitler.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wait, oh yeah,
Vader versus
Commander of
Hitler.
the Third Reich.
yeah.
So Vader, they fought. No, it's
Rap
epic rap
battles
battles
of
of history.
On YouTube.
Herb. It was
They're
nice
still
Peter.
doing those, man.
I know.
It was
Dude.
nice Peter and epic
They had to
Lloyd.
run out of people by now.
I remember. So yeah, Hitler and Vader had 3 raps they
Yeah.
did against each other. So I think Vader won the first, then Hitler won the second, and then Vader won the third. Hitler went in on the second one. Oh my God! Like I was like, dang, why are they making Hitler out? Why are we sympathizing with Hitler? Hitler's going in over here.
People voting
Man,
for him.
I'm telling you, when that came out, that was the shit.
Everyone was listening to it, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
like Abe Lincoln versus Chuck Norris.
Shakespeare versus Dr. Seuss.
That was
Thanks,
the time of like epic meal time.
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah,
And,
epic meal time.
Equals 3.
Action figure
dude.
therapy.
Action
Yeah.
figure therapy, man. Oh, that was great.
They were all good.
Oh, but no,
That was a-
Deadpool versus Boba Fett was the best epic rap battle of history
I
they
don't
put
think I've
forward.
seen that one.
You haven't?
Uh-uh.
Can we play that somehow?
I don't think so.
Can I Bluetooth to this board and play that? I'm pretty sure I can.
Man, who else was it? The guy who got arrested for all the illegal guns. FPS Russia. Remember those days?
Oh yeah,
Oh man,
Yeah.
those were the days.
That was the golden age of YouTube.
Oh, I know. Now it's just like nothing but streamers. Which don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching streams.
Yeah, it's streams and like how-to vids.
Yeah, and podcasts. That's the 3 big things.
And don't forget ads.
Oh,
Lots
ads.
of ads.
Oh man, I miss the days without
there was
ads.
no ads back then.
I hate when you like get interested in a topic you're watching on YouTube, like you're watching a podcast or something, and they're getting to an interesting topic, and then you're like,
Do you see that?
just vibing with it. And
Did you see
like,
that chick that was like, "Hey, how about YouTube? You don't put ads in front of like CPR videos, so when my grandma's not fighting for her life and I need to learn CPR on the fly, or she's gonna die, I don't have to watch a 30-second ad about having STDs or whatever it was about."
But you be getting like zoned in on the topic these people are talking about, or or the game you're watching,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden just out of nowhere, just starts hitting you with music
see
in
how
the
this
head. You're like,
works.
what the fuck?
Oh, is it me? Well, here's my first issue. I barely even know enough about you to diss But you guys honestly think that I would screw this feud up and lose to the dude a huge toothy coochie chewed up? Bananas. I do damage when I brandish my katanas. Man, I'll slice you up then vanish in my ladybug pajamas. I'm one of a kind, you're a Xerox of your papa. Doing temp work for Vader, I job for Jabba. You're mad baggy, you're so flappy. Mad 'cause Sam Jackson killed your clone daddy. Somebody ought to put a bounty on that cake. Maybe I'll write a letter and mail it in your face. I keep calm in a slave one, 'cause your style makes me space sick. And your bars are like your old pal, cable fucking basic. I'll smack a merc in the mouth if he doesn't quit running that lip off. Bitch, who you calling clone? You're a Deathstroke ripoff. You stole Spider-Man's eyes and Snake Eyes is weapon. You got Wolverine's powers, man, your comic sloppy second. Dr. Killbrew dude needs to go back to med school. 'Cause right now, you're no good to me, Deadpool. What's that? A missile backpack? Well, I guess you'll be right if a fucking bird attack. Presenting the most overrated character anyone ever saw with 5 lines in the trilogy. And one of them was... I only need 5 lines, 'cause I look fucking great. You look like someone spilled lasagna on your face. But you're worth a lot to me. If I bring you back dead, schizophrenics pay triple. 1 for each head. Who you calling schizophrenic? You got 2 different voices. You're like your holiday special, man. Full of bad choices. You think your Timmy Jonga's hot, but you couldn't be mild. You should have made the choice to ditch the prick from Van Wild. This thing's about you, got straight up abandoned. You let a Kiwi hold your gun and he fucked up your cannon. So maybe don't talk about movies, 'cause you got dick to say. That arm dart round I'll go more far away. I'm a legend, you're a treasure. You ain't gotta have the skills like that. I'll beat your ass with one eye closed. Over 31 and I'll call dominoes. See, that's what I'm saying. She prefers my Duracell to your Canadian bacon. I'll take a lesson from a genuine assassin who's blasting foes. I come equipped with a full set of sick Mandalorian flows. Everybody knows you got that power of regeneration. Now run home and heal from this disintegration.
That's the best one. It was close too, but I still think that
I still enjoy the
Boba
Dr.
Fett all
Seuss
day.
and Shakespeare better.
dude, they go in like just the lyrics they produce on that. Like
Oh, I
they're
get it.
such smart lyrics.
But the Dr. Seuss and Shakespeare, goated.
That's a good one. I like now that I know that I can just Bluetooth in and play whatever I want.
Yeah, it's
That
pretty
is nice.
That is good. I
Nice
did not know that
feature.
they could do that. That was pretty easy to do. But
Roadcaster did not sponsor this message.
Roadcaster send us free stuff. Anyway, but
Nintendo sent me.
dude, that was just a different like
That was a
that
good
was a different time.
era.
That was a
The
dude.
ad-free entertainment.
Golden age of YouTube.
Back when,
for sure.
was-
back when, if like you were like, I'm on YouTube, that was a big deal. Like now, anybody could be on YouTube.
Yes.
You know, I tell people this podcast on YouTube, they're like, okay, you know. But back then, if you were on YouTube, like, oh, it's on YouTube, you know, that was a big deal.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's everything's so accessible now. So now, like YouTube's been flooded with so much
Crazy.
bullshit.
It's almost 20 years old.
Like we need, like where's? I know TikTok is trying, but they're failing. But like, where's the next like?
I miss Vine, man.
I need something like that's like okay. Say what you want about millennials, they're the best though when it comes to like Vines and everything else. The millennials are all over that. Like
had
MySpace, that was all millennials. You know, they're on it. So like, I need a millennial space.
Who was in your top 10? That's the big thing.
Top 10 of what?
MySpace, man.
Oh, who was in my? Oh yeah, that
Who
was
was
the
in
thing.
your top 10, man?
And if you
I
didn't
think
have music
rotated,
playing when
man.
someone came to your page, you were not on it.
You
So
didn't have a
you
custom-
needed to
Dude,
have music
I had
playing.
music. I had games people could play, and they had a leaderboard. To
If
see
you
who-
didn't have
Dude,
a
I had
custom
everything,
page,
man.
man, you were a loser.
Did y'all pay the $5 for them to pimp your page?
No,
yeah.
I actually learned the code and coded it myself.
I just paid the $5.
I paid the $5
And
too.
I picked my little skin and everything I wanted. And
I used to know how to make like a background, change the colors, and put different things in there. That's how I put the game in there. It was cool.
I'll never forget one time I went on MySpace and it was just like this dude. You go to this dude's page and his entire page was just a picture of a man and like he had a back tattoo and he was shirtless. He was completely naked actually, and it was from behind, but he had a back tattoo of a chick. And so like her head started like by his shoulder blades and like her hair came down and everything, and like her neck went like right to her chest went right to his like the
ass?
small of his back, and then her tits. He had like nipples tattooed onto the ass cheeks as her tits. And I was like, okay, now what am I going to do with this information that I have now discovered?
That's great.
Man, I miss those days. Oh, those are simpler times.
Facebook's so boring, and so many old people on
Man, you
there.
get banned for everything on Facebook now.
I know. You do.
No freedom of speech.
Man, on MySpace, you could post a picture of your dick. Probably,
Yeah.
probably stay up there for like 2 months.
Yeah, and then all they would
Get
do
hella
is
likes.
they would just delete you. They would. I mean, they would delete that picture. They would just delete that post. They wouldn't even ban you. They'd
Yeah,
be like, "That's
"Just
not
don't
allowed.
do that again.
Don't do that." Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that again.
You know. And then now, like, Zuck, man, Zuck.
Zuck
I
the
remember like Facebook was good when you had to be invited to Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't get invited, you couldn't just get on it. You know. And I was lucky enough to have a friend of a friend who was in it, and then I just happened to be with that friend when he was like, "Bro, can you invite me?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Can I also get an invite new friend?" And he was like, "Sure." And I was like, "Yeah." And I got in.
I'm gonna be honest. I stayed on MySpace until Facebook was probably like 4 or 5 years in.
See, I had both.
I
That's
mean, I had
how
both at one
around
point
like
too.
2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2009.
Like MySpace kind of dropped off.
Yeah, I had both as well, but I mainly on MySpace, man.
It's
MySpace
weird
was-
how we all collectively
MySpace was-
migrated to
yeah.
Facebook.
Around the
Yeah,
same time.
Yeah.
And
it was
But
My-
MySpace was so cool because it's like Facebook, everyone has the same thing, but MySpace, you had your own little corner of the MySpace website.
Yeah.
You know, you had your own little square, you know, your own little page. Facebook, everybody looks the same. You just see your post, you see your
all
profile
generic, yeah.
picture, your banner picture, and that's it. you
All I
know?
gotta say is I would sign. I would sign something to get MySpace back. Get rid of Facebook. MySpace was better.
What are you going to sign to do
a
that?
petition to,
petition?
like,
Petition,
bring
yeah,
it back.
that's you know what I meant.
He's
Bring,
not the
bring back
smartest.
Tom Anderson, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Like Dane Cook made MySpace.
Dude,
big.
I was about to say,
he was like the first person to go viral.
he was an experience on there too.
Man,
Dude, Dane Cook.
The little voicemail things he would leave on
Oh,
his profile.
Dude, that's
Like,
why he
could-
got so popular.
He could call his MySpace and like leave a message, and
That's,
then his people could come back and listen to it.
That like
It was like a podcast. He made his own little podcast vlog.
like Dane Cook was a fucking genius when
Oh,
it came
yeah.
to that stuff.
man, I'm just saying.
That man built
was
an
one of the
empire off
very
the
first.
internet.
Times were
Like one of the
simpler.
first.
Times were simpler when Dane Cook was popular. I mean,
He's still popular.
he's still popular, but he's not.
I saw him on the.
I'd
Burt-
still go see
I
him.
saw him on Burt Kreischer's
Yeah.
podcast. Yeah, if
I
I
didn't
see
know
him
they
coming
were
to New
friends like
Orleans,
that, you know?
they are. He was on his podcast. They knew each other in the MySpace
Yeah,
days
they
way
knew
back
each other
then.
before that.
If I see Dane Cook come to New Orleans, yeah, I'm buying tickets.
Oh,
Let me
me
know.
too.
Let me know because I get some too. I love Dane Cook.
Well, we can all go together.
He does like smaller shows now though, so it's
Yeah, it's
harder
like
to-
comedy clubs and stuff now, which is cool. It's a more intimate.
Dude, I'd love to
scenario.
see him on a cruise ship. Like, what if he just
Like the
kind
Impractical
of
Jokers
went down
cruise?
and went to a cruise ship?
I heard Burt
comedy
Kreischer
thing.
talking about wanting to do like a comedy tour with like a
On a
cruise.
cruise ship?
Yeah, on cruise with like him.
They have
Segura.
comedians that do that.
The
but a lot
Impractical,
of-
the
But they're
Impractical
not-
Jokers
they're-
did that.
Yeah, but they're not like very prominent. They're
They
on. They
Bert
got a few
Kreischer was
specials.
talking about it on one of his podcasts, but he was saying
He was
that-
saying it to Rogan too, so he said it on Rogan as well, I believe.
yeah, but he was saying a lot of comedians that go on to cruise liners or any kind of performance that goes onto a cruise, they die afterwards. Like that's it for them.
Once they start doing cruises.
Like
Yeah,
their
like, that's
career
it.
just
Well,
died.
he did a cruise and he was just
And
fine.
he was saying
Yeah.
there's very few like Impractical Jokers. I think did a cruise and
They did and went out of New Orleans. I wanted to go on it.
but a lot there's very few.
Didn't make it. I had school. I was in high school.
Well, you saw Joe Rogan was talking about like buying a ranch in Texas somewhere and just building a big comedy
did,
club. And it
Dude,
just
I would love to own
He
a
lives
comedy
out there
club.
now. He loves Texas.
oh
man.
yeah.
I don't blame him, man. California and their laws and all that.
62% tax
Yeah.
rate. Oh my god.
They have like a fixed gas price too. That's like really high.
it's like $8.
Yeah, and it's just
Like
stays
$8
that.
is
Yeah,
like
it
the
stays
cheapest
like
you'll
that.
see it,
It's
but
crazy.
normally it's like 12.
It's to get people to switch. You know, they want them to do the electric cars,
yeah,
and they're trying to do like all electric by 2030 or something like that.
yeah.
Dude, that little fault line in the Earth's core crust just needs to break off. California, just float away, man.
Well, it's
think
not
we'd all
all
be
of
better for it.
California.
We'd all be better
of
for it, man.
California.
Just
all
look,
of California.
I think it'd only get
gone.
like what, San Diego.
if some of it's bad, all of it's bad, man. It's a poisoned state.
I'm not gonna sit here and advertise or promote the death of people in California, even though I'm not the biggest
Just
fan.
to
of
say they
California.
die, they just float away. They could be their own,
Yeah, they go on
be
their
their own
own little
country.
island out there.
the country of California.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
And
What you doing over there, Hefe? How's that beat? You can play us a little something?
he's working on it.
No. Okay, buddy.
Hit that Hank Hill for me though.
That's goated.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Wait.
Yes, indeed. So what I'm glad though, we talked about like how the Pro Bowls tonight. You know what I'm glad they brought back? Like the showcasing.
Oh, that was the best.
Where like they have the quarterbacks and like they have the moving targets. It's like who can hit the most, the NFC or the AFC, their top couple quarterbacks.
I think they're trying to make it fun.
They're doing that this year. They
something more than just like a regular football game. It's like more like a event.
Like like a big game show or something.
Yeah, like an entertainment thing.
Yeah, like
back in the day,
with the Mannings as the coaches.
Yeah, back in the day, they could win stuff like.
Yeah, like they win money for their charity or whatever, because they all have charities, every single one of them.
Everything went so simplistic nowadays. Everything's boring.
I know. We're just, the whole world, I think, is in like, we were going so high for so long.
We
and
stagnated.
now we got to go down. We're going to go back up eventually, but right now we're still in the down. You
need another golden age. That's
I know. I hate, I haven't had a golden age since I became an adult, and it's really depressing.
It is. It is.
But you know what? I think back to
hope for the best.
Like 2019, like that was some good old days. It's like COVID. Really, COVID hit it.
Man, even back before that, like 2015, man, 2014.
2016 was my peak. I met you in 2016. Yeah. That was the peak.
Yeah, like right after high school was the times, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me,
it's not a care in the world.
I mean,
You had your little job.
I had me a little job. I had a place to live.
Just to put money in that job. All that did was put money in your pocket.
No, I bought so many guns.
Oh, well.
I probably spent like $10,000 in the first like 2 years out of high school.
Call of Duty, Mountain Dew.
I think the high school days were good, man. It was
I miss high school. Oh
yeah, you just go to school, you come home.
You get on. For me, it was Call of Duty 4.
Yeah.
You just hang out with friends. The Rock Band was
what
big.
really got me like after like school was like high school and stuff was like Black Ops.
Black Ops, man, that's my
Black
time.
Ops 1. Yeah.
Oh man, I used to spend so much time on Black Ops.
Yeah, like hey, y'all want to play some zombies when we get home? Like everybody's like, yeah, you get on, and everybody's at home. Back when someone told you they'll be on when you get home, they actually got on when they got home. Like now it's like, yeah, man, I'll be on at 5. Like an hour and a half later, I'm like, where the fuck are you? And it's like,
some people like that.
I forgot.
You like that? What you talking about?
Man,
we know some people. Well, we do. We looking at them.
When you get home from school, you had no cares. You just wanted to get on. When you get home from work, you got other shit to do.
I remember that. You used to be at school like, fuck, I just want to be home playing video games.
And
then you get home and you're like, immediately, like, you go pee, you might make yourself a little snack, and then that button's being pressed,
And now you get home from work and you're so tired, you're just like, man, I just kind of want to eat something to eat, shower, and go lay down.
Yeah, just kind of smoke some weed, jerk off, and take a shower.
Yeah, like
you got to take care of your house.
But when you were in high school, you sat at a desk all day. You got home and you're like, hey, let's do something.
Yeah.
Now you're at work all day and you're like, damn, I
just on my feet all day.
I just want to go lay down, man. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Like me trying to figure out a way I can like lay in my bed and like have like a piece of wood that I can like have like or a piece of like metal and magnetize my mouse and keyboard to the metal, and it sits on my stomach like this, and then like I suspend in the air onto the ceiling my PC, my monitor, both my monitors. And like have the cords run down so I can lay flat on my back in my bed and look straight up and play
Sounds
PC.
like you're on to a little invention.
They actually make TV mounts like that.
That come off
I know
the
they
ceiling,
make mounts.
Yeah.
You can get a full 360 mount and bend it whatever way you want. I'm talking about my PC has to be up there. My second monitor has to be up there. I have to build something that my mouse and keyboard can stick to, but I still got to be able to rotate my mouse.
You got to build it onto some rack that like mounts to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Is like this eliminating you even have to leave the bedroom, or is that?
Well, no, because just sometimes I want to play PC, but I want to lay down.
Like the whale,
okay.
You know, I don't want to have to sit up at a
leave
computer
it by the
desk.
door.
All I gotta say is, you got a shit bucket?
Mom, bathroom.
Huh?
Once you get one of those mobile mini projectors that's like this big, you just aim it
And
up
just
at
run an HDMI cord like
from the screen
20
across
feet
the hall.
Just across the hall, down the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could. But then I
In theory.
also would have to run those extensions for both my mouse and keyboard, and then also pray that my cats don't chew on the cord while they're in the hallway, because they will.
And they will.
Because they're idiots. All them cats.
They love a good cord.
It's like, you are going to get electrocuted. Why are you chewing that cord?
They have 9 lives. They have 9 lives.
I kind of want them to get electrocuted. Just one time, just a little. And it's like, okay. Well, they won't learn though. They'll do it again.
They'll do it again.
I'll fucking do it again. The goofy meme.
Oh, yuck.
I'll fucking do it again. Yes.
Did I still uttered?
Did I stutter? Yes, indeed. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us today, boys. I want to give a special thanks to everyone that came on for today. Special shout out to my man Shades, looking good as ever over there. And then another special shout out to my man TBH for joining us today. You know, I love to see that, man.
Thanks, guys, for having me. It's good to see you gorgeous bastards.
It's good. You always welcome over here. About to hit a Mario party.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And then I know he's not in the room, but a special shout out to my man Hefe for joining us today on the podcast. As always, I'm your man Cheeks. And before you go, if you like what you saw here today, then don't forget to like that video and subscribe to that channel, The Last Few Brain Cells Podcast on YouTube. Comment on that video if you got something to say to us. And then also, jump on over to your Twitter and follow us on there at TLFBC Podcast. That's the letters, the abbreviated letters of The Last Few Brain Cells Podcast. Thank you so much. I love you. Everyone else here loves you.
Love you.
And we'll see you next time. Brain Cells. The Last Few.
I was gonna say we'll be one with the game and be
Brain Cells.